Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us. Where all systems go, and tonight we are playing Blades in the Dark, everyone's favorite heist game. And my three lovely players, as always, are Logan, Abby, and Sarah. They've gotten themselves into a little bit of trouble lately,
No.
so I mean,
No, no, no.
we're excited to see how all
Mm-mm.
that goes. At least I
There's
am,
there's
that's
no
for
trouble
sure.
here.
No trouble in
No
Hoken,
trouble
no
here, my
trouble in
lord.
Doskvol. And so last we left off, they had just finished a heist and come into a lot of sort of revelations. They'd exploded part of a district, betrayed their allies, more or less, found a fancy mirror that led to a bunch of petrified demons, and I think they helped to make sure that martial law was declared in one of the districts
Oh, I
as well,
forgot about
just
that.
general
Yeah.
curfew.
Mhm.
So we had a lot going on. A little sort of recap. I did a bit of behind the scenes to figure out what was going on kind of in the city. As a general situation, all active scores on your part will have either +1 or +2 heat based on how loud you are, because the general populace is now looking for disturbances
And we're
and
at
people.
0 heat. We're good.
And then all engagements have a -1 due to general increased patrols. Then the sirens have moved to an attitude of 0 with you due
Well, we
to
moved
the
their
fact that
population to 0, so
not quite, but close. They've moved it down to a 0 attitude with you. And the hive has also moved down to a 0 attitude with you. You
Hive,
find a
why?
note from everyone's favorite hive rep, and Kalir tells you that the hive has decided you are more of a liability than an asset, and they will be rescinding their patronage.
I resent that.
If you should
The
continue to
hive
cause more
helped us like
problems for them,
never at all.
you can. Technically, they're the ones who gave you your secret maps and passkeys, so they were helpful at the very beginning. They're responsible for that.
And they literally
But
pay us.
yeah, they gave you some
Are they
scores
our
and stuff.
patrons?
So.
Yes.
Oh,
Oh, they are your
just kidding.
patrons? I forgot. Oh, we'll put that on hold. I hadn't thought about that repercussion exactly. But yeah, maybe don't piss them off more, because that would probably be very bad. Then the gondoliers also will lose 1 rep or 1 uh attitude towards you. I forget what it's called now suddenly. And
Are we at war
you
with them again?
no, I
Gondoliers?
think you're just at -2
Okay.
now.
Yeah.
But they tell you that you've caused a huge disruption in the city, and while they thought they could make amends with you, they have decided that
How
you
does
are
everybody
a
know that we did it?
threat.
Sean, how do they know? We were secretive.
You blew up half of a city.
Yeah, we
Um,
destroyed all the evidence. No one knows who did it.
No one knows.
no one
There
knows.
were no
Anyways, it
survivors.
doesn't. Someone always knows. Let's put it that way. So yeah.
Does
So
anybody like
they're
us
mad
for
at you.
this?
Nope. Not a single person, as far as I'm aware. And then the citizens of Night Market also hate you at -2
That's
with
fine.
you now,
You know,
which makes
that's fine.
sense.
I'll kill
Luckily, they
them.
aren't very powerful.
They're going to be a little preoccupied rebuilding from the ashes, so
We'll just
You
burn
need to get
down
all
Doskvol
of
and
Night
move to the
Market.
Imperial City at this point. Just like, let's
Just
expand.
part
We
of it.
don't need Doskvol anymore.
Okay.
better not make
I
us matter. We'll
think
release a demon apocalypse on this city.
yeah, I mean, if you want, Temperance is more than happy to help with that. I mean, you can speed up that process if you'd like.
I'm down.
So, I think about a week has maybe passed since the heist, the last heist. Maybe not a full week, maybe a couple of days, like 4 days or so. Um, and y'all have had a bit of a chance to try and just lie low as things finally settle a little bit, if you can call it settling. Um, most of Doskvol very on edge. All the gangs have kind of gone to ground for the most part, and a lot of them are hiding or doing more clandestine or I guess more secretive operations than normal, as none of them want to draw the attention of the Bluecoats or the Imperial military that's now being enforced throughout the city. With that, I think you kind of here's a little I guess rundown of where the Foxfire group is at. So I think the old god curse has finally sort of
Yay!
run its course.
I mean, that's not
I've
that
taken
much
enough
yay.
time to forget it. So during this downtime, you start to hear rumors once again, and maybe even see for yourself strange things prowling the streets of Doskvol. This time, though, it is no longer vines and shadow hounds, but strange, hulking shadow behemoths that seem to be sort of uh, more phantasmal, let's say, than regular, as well as strange ravens, six-eyed ravens with large maws,
That's so cool.
kind of like splitting down their bodies an abnormal amount, have also been seen flying around the city. So it seems like someone is once again looking for you. Lord Skurlock's connection to the old gods has returned. And this time, of course,
I
he seems to be.
I now have rituals, so I'm just gonna put him back in timeout.
You're gonna put him back in timeout? Okay. You can try.
These are
And
new. These are new people, probably though. By
maybe.
people, I mean forgotten gods.
And so he is once again looking for you and is probably moving in as quickly as possible.
Let's go kill Skurlock. I think that is what we need to do. He bothers
Grace
me.
is still on the loose and does
Grace.
not seem to be happy with you.
Why is
I can't remember
everybody
exactly.
hating
Happy
us?
with us these days. No one appreciates our vision.
I can't
We
remember
just
exactly what I
knocked
said.
down a wall so we could renovate night market.
We're trying to boost
But,
the economy.
Yeah.
I think she
Yeah,
said
we
you were a
teared everything down
liability
to boost the
or
economy.
something.
We created jobs.
Yeah. Builders have never been more employed. Firefighters never been more employed. Morgues probably normal because
About
you
the same.
can't put ashes in a morgue, but that's fine.
That's not really how that works here anyways, but that's okay. So, Grace is still haunting Duskfall and looking for you, so they are at large and a threat is all I will say. Lastly, well, not quite lastly, but also House Lind, you've got those notes on their sort of machinations
Yeah.
and learned that they were in the process of finishing up, kind of putting the finishing touches on whatever they're working on, which has to do with some sort of weird combination of body, spirit, and ether. You've heard, I think now that you've had a little bit more time to look at the notes and everything, and maybe even reach out to some contacts, it seems like the sort of end goal is in sight, and there will be a special secret showing of Celin's newest sort of technology to a select few within a week's time. And presumably, if you do not interfere before then or then, uh, it will be too late to stop their newest sort of invention, to put it mildly.
Wonderful.
Then, because I haven't explained enough stuff to you yet, there's so many repercussions. It's beautiful. The Bluecoats and the Imperial military, along with the Spirit Wardens, have been sweeping the streets of Duskfall looking for you. All three of them much aggrieved by your actions. And they, unfortunately, have been very successful, either through a combination of their own wits, their own spies, and maybe the citizens of Duskfall themselves who've decided to give you up. They are knocking at your door. So I think probably it's probably like the middle of the night. somehow
We're
they've done
getting
a
raided.
fairly good job of keeping this quiet, and I don't think any of y'all have really heard wind yet. Perhaps maybe we'll say this happens. Temperance is maybe the first one to notice something is up, and comes to Duchess and says, Duchess, I think there are going to be some visitors you would much prefer to avoid. I would get the rest of your friends and make haste to leave. And I think you maybe hear in the distance kind of the thunder of footsteps as it seems like a large group of people is approaching the tower. And you can quickly see, looking out from one of the vantage points, that I would say probably like four squadrons of about like 30 people are approaching from both all cardinal directions towards the seventh tower.
Can
This will be
I
the start of this.
strange travel the entire tower somewhere else?
I love that. It is stone.
Which of you are better friends with me? I go
Questionable.
to Echo's room.
Oh,
Do I go to Echo's room? Which of you is Echo?
I'm Echo.
I go to Sylph's room. She has to stay alive so she can be messed with.
That's fair.
I'll go to Sylph's room. I'll let myself in with my key.
Yep.
And I'll wake you up.
Hmm.
How do you not like to be woke up? I'll just like
How does anyone not like to be woke up?
touch your weird scales.
Yeah. Like grab your hand.
We have visitors. I think one of your friends, who is it? Starts with a D.
Armit.
Darmit. I think he's some of his friends are coming.
Well,
Did you invite them?
no, why are they here?
I don't know. No one's ever come to visit us. I just assumed no one ever wanted to come visit us, but
Well, go tell
think
them
we
we
should-
haven't done anything wrong.
apparently, have you not seen our billboards with our faces around town? Everyone knows it was us. I blame
How did they
Echo.
know? It's probably
I blame
Echo's fault.
Echo. She
Yeah.
wears everyone's
don't-
face. It was just a
yeah.
matter of time until she wore one of our faces and blamed us. I think we should throw her under the bus.
Have you ever thought Echo might be Grace? Have you ever seen
He
Grace and Echo in the
does.
same room with each other?
I have. I have actually.
You both
The
have
only time
actually.
I've seen Grace was in the same room with Echo.
Echo just leaves you.
Okay. Well, while y'all are having this conversation, you can hear the footsteps getting closer and closer. Obviously,
Think they're just gonna pass by, like they're just gonna walk casually around the tower and keep walking.
no, probably not. And we will do this sort of as the start of the heist, more or less. So you can choose your loadout per usual. There won't be a you won't really need to worry about a point of infiltration or anything because you're
Mhm.
escaping specifically. And I would say that don't even really need to worry. Well, we can roll engagement, but I'll give you an
I
advantage.
think you should roll
probably.
engagement.
I can
You're
do that. You want
engaging
me to roll
us.
engagement?
You're engaging us.
That's true. That's true. I am
What
engaging
tier are
you.
they? Are they tier 2?
Blue coats? Blue coats are tier 3, but they're being helped by spirit wardens, which are tier 4, and the Imperial military, which is tier 6.
Oh, okay.
I feel offended.
You should.
So they might be a little bit harder than just tier 3. They do have some advantages and stuff, but you also have the advantage of temperance warning you, which yeah, that'll be fine. Okay, So I'm assuming y'all are probably gonna do heavy loadout.
Yep.
Your goal is to escape
Yeah,
to a
I'm
safe
guessing I
haven
can't be in
wherever you
disguise.
think that is.
Be
You
in
would probably
disguise.
not be in disguise, but you could try and disguise yourself within the heist. Okay, let's go. So they're gonna be tier 4 for the purposes of this, I think, and we'll say that where is it? Engagement roll. Here we go. Is it particularly bold or daring? No, but it's neither complex nor contingent for them. Does the
Our
plan seek to
hideout
expose
is.
a vulnerability of the target?
If our hideout is
Yes, it
hidden, is
does.
that difficult to find?
If they had not rolled a critical, they would not have found it
Oh,
right
okay,
away.
okay.
But they rolled a critical to find your hideout. So they have found. They don't necessarily know exactly who y'all are, but they
Mhm.
know that this is a base of operations for Foxfire.
Okay.
Which I will say counts as a vulnerability because y'all think you're hidden, but you're not. Can any friends or contacts provide aid or insight? We'll count
Temperance.
temperance as as interference for the blue coats who I'm
Okay.
rolling for, so they're back to 4. Are there any other elements you might want to consider? Lower tier, higher tier, blah blah blah. They are higher tier, so I will give them one more again. So they will roll 5 for an engagement roll. Of course, 6s are good for their engagement, so you want them to roll low. And
Come on, Snake Eyes.
let's see.
Come on,
I will
3 snakes.
3
Snakey, snakey, snakes.
So they're rolling 5. I'll just roll it as fortune. Oh, let's see. Did I spell? Oh!
This is gonna be great.
Oh, how the tables have turned. You wanted me to
How
roll.
the
I'm just gonna put that out there.
turntables.
Okay, exceptional result. They have already overcome the first obstacle, and they're in a controlled position for what happens next, which means y'all will be desperate. So, what that means is you were distracted by the fact that you thought the main forces were those 4 different brigades that were coming in, but there was actually a secondary secret group that was attempting to infiltrate the tower. And I think you maybe, let's say, I think Sylph, maybe you sense a disturbance in the ghost field as probably about 10 people infiltrate the bottom of the tower and seem to be making their way up. You're pretty sure probably like 2 of them are powerful occultists because you can sense sort of a strong disturbance from them in the ghost field. And you guys are on the run. They're basically scaling up to you as we speak, being mere seconds away
Great.
from getting to you. So
Is this going to be like a full score, or are we just dealing with the problem? Like, can we?
I was thinking full score, so it's going to be like a 16 clock escape, basically, is what I'm thinking. And last time we did it, I think with them having last time we did a chase, we did 2 competing clocks, but I can't remember if that worked out great or not.
We did that for the boat, right?
Yes, for the boat where y'all rocketed through the city in the night.
Good
Okay,
times.
so yes, y'all will be on a 16 clock to get away, and I think it'll be pretty self-evident if you get caught.
Yeah.
Like if one of you gets incapacitated somehow to the point of being caught, or all 3 of you, then you are captured.
A 16 clock.
I know, I can't even make it.
That's not an option.
We have to do
That's not an
12 and
option?
then
How high
4.
does it go?
12.
Start at 12 and we'll see how that goes. I had to make things hard. You wanted pressure. I give you the pressure.
You give pressure.
Under pressure.
In the tower, where do we think I am? Like, if you guys are sleeping up at the top. Bitch! I'm at the
I feel
bottom
like
near
you're
my
normally
boat.
close to the boats, which means you're on the bottom, probably.
I
where
think
they
I also
first
sleep close to the
infiltrated.
boats.
Unless
I
for
think-
some reason all of the sleeping arrangements are upstairs.
No, I think I sleep near the boat.
Or in the boat. It's up
Or
to
in
you.
the boat. Depends on the night.
Okay, well then you are cut off theoretically from the other two at the moment. They
So
maybe
they're in between
haven't found you
us.
yet. Yeah, I think we talked about how there's the tower, you had a sort of dock area underground-ish, whatever, at the very bottom. So that's where you are. Then the tower, I think, had a special way to scale it that they're just overcoming with their own tools like grappling hooks and so on. Um, and I always assumed the other two generally stayed up top and you maybe are at the bottom. So they've basically infiltrated through something at the bottom. Maybe like
Okay.
7 or 8 of them are going up, and like 3 of them are on the ground, like keeping the ground secure and investigating this area. So that's probably, so you're probably outnumbered, but not by as much because at least half of them are going up.
Capiche. Should I roll a fortune to see if I'm even aware that they're like here? Because I didn't get the warning.
I think you have enough of a scoundrel sense to know
Okay.
when things are starting to go south. So I think sort of that ancient pirate sense of
The ancient.
a storm
the
is
fun
coming.
is here.
Yeah, the authorities have found me. That's definitely a pirate sense if there ever was one. And so maybe you wake up right as you hear them trying to quietly like make their way into the sort of dock area. So they're not right on you, but they are like 20 feet away at most.
Beautiful. Got it.
Okay, so technically y'all have to make all the actions. So that was the last thing from me for the most part. How would you like to escape?
I would like to
And where would you
flashback.
like to escape to? Okay.
I would like to flashback to when I have rigged our tower.
To explode?
Not explode. That's getting a little.
Oh, I
cliche.
wanted to rig our tower.
But
Too.
how did you want
So-
to rig it?
With traps and stuff. But we
Oh.
can we can help each other. How are you rigging?
2 ideas. One is much less practical, but infinitely more fun.
Let's do that.
So that usually how Duchess works?
Yes, but I don't even know how I would begin to do this. This is going to be a flashback well in the making. I want to have rigged the tower to fall into the ghost field and just like go into a different plane of existence.
Ooh.
Or now we can just have
What?
it involute into the mirror and just not be our problem
Okay.
anymore.
I like that. That sounds like a really fancy ritual though, so I think
do.
we would have to do like a whole flashback heist and more just to get that ritual going.
Scores,
Very
and scores,
cool.
and scores.
Yeah, it's a score
Or
within
the
a score
heist-
within a score.
Or the heist, the score is completing the ritual in time for like the tower to phase before they catch you.
Yes.
Maybe? I don't know.
That seems I feel like it
Mhm.
would be so cool, but it just doesn't make sense in
Yep.
fiction.
So the
I think,
alternative
in
is
the time constraints.
I think in that case, I am not attached emotionally to the tower, but I don't want anything that we have in the tower to like fall into the wrong hands. And of course, I have backups of all of my things, so I'm willing to just like burn the entire tower from the inside out of like
Sure.
destroy everything.
Yeah, I'm
Um,
down.
but I think I'm just like I've rigged the tower to blow, but unfortunately, I put the button all the way at the top, and I have no other way to turn it on. So we have to get up to the top of the tower, hit the button, and then get out of the tower, back down to the bottom
Mhm.
before it goes off.
Duchess, you usually have really good foresight. Why?
This is great foresight. This way, if
Why'd you
something
put it
came
all
in,
the way at the top?
if so that if people come in from the bottom, it's up at the top.
Well,
But
it's
if you have to
logic.
set it up at the top, how do you get out before it goes off?
Well, that way, if someone's coming in from the top, we can escape out the bottom.
Okay. Anyways, sure. If you would have set that up, that's fine. That sounds like either a roll or you need to have purchased the materials to explode the tower.
I don't think I want to
Um,
explode. I think I just want to like destroy. Not even the tower,
Internally
just like
combust.
yeah.
set it on fire. Yeah, I didn't mean really explode. But I think even even setting stuff on fire, you might need like fire oil. It erupts into searing flame upon contact with the air. That's tier 3 to acquire. Maybe not something quite that fancy, but um, maybe like 2 coin to have purchased the materials, 1 stress for the flashback, or you could roll tinker to see if you came up with something like on your own. You made your own materials to do it.
Um, can I study or survey to where like it's not?
Do you want to set up my tinker?
Yeah. Yes, absolutely.
Okay.
So I will study or survey. Either study what we need to do or survey the best way to set it up.
Um, probably be a survey. Why do you want a? I was gonna say an assist will only give you position or
That's good.
effect. Okay, sure. Let's see. For this flashback,
I live here.
if you, yeah, I mean it's probably just controlled greater to survey. Probably controlled standard to survey.
Gold
And that will
standard.
let you know the best places to do it. I think it is still a 1 stress flashback each if you're both involved.
Okay.
Is that worth it?
No. I mean, I'll pay a coin. We can just pay 2 coins.
That's more worth it.
Okay.
More worth it. Okay, that's stress. Worth worse.
Be like, it's
more
like
than
starting a
money.
home construction project and be like, let's get some people.
Let's
in."
just buy the real
Could have hired out a contractor.
Mhm. For good measure, though, I'm
Okay.
gonna open my secret room and like throw something combustible in there. Just start pouring gasoline all over everything, and then like throw a match and close the
Okay.
door.
Yeah. Sounds great. Okay. So you have established that the tower is now easily combustible if you can get to the top before they get to you. So, is that what you two would like to do?
We're gonna go down and get. What is her name? I can never remember.
Echo.
Ah, yes. Are we gonna go get Echo?
She's got a weird body.
To
She's
then go back up
probably
and then
got
go
it
back
to
down?
handle. She's got it under control. Right?
Mhm.
She's the
Ah,
strongest of us.
Yeah, she can drive that boat away.
Yeah.
Probably.
Echo's fine with
That's
this.
fine. Sure.
Okay, let's go. Group prowl.
That's what it sounds like. Group prowl. Okay.
I'll lead if you want.
I'll resist any
Okay.
consequences.
Perfect.
It's the dream duo right here. Classic. Okay. So you're desperate, and we will say limited.
Okay, and limited
For your
gets us to
effect.
where?
Probably about halfway up
Okay.
before they would theoretically catch up with you. These are pretty skilled people basically coming after you. These are the black ops of of the blue coats. Sort of their infiltration agents.
That SWAT team.
Desperate
That's
limited
SWAT
seems
team.
fine.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
A
Do you want me
prowl?
to take Daredevil?
Go for it.
Cool. Yeah, prowl. Woo!
Nice. Okay.
One stress.
One stress, yeah, for that failure, but you're fine. So I think
We get desperate normal. Nice.
yeah, you do. So, Duchess seems a little distracted and isn't moving quite as quickly maybe as you would like in order to get out and away from all these people. Um, she's not really taking the situation seriously, I think. And it Sylph has to sort of grab her and pull her along to make sure you make it all the way up, but you're able to keep ahead of the people behind you, even though you can hear some like maybe furtive whispers and the pattering footsteps as people chase after you. But they seem to be keeping quite quiet about the whole thing. You are able to scale through the rest of the tower all the way to the top where Duchess has put a secret fire button. Except it's not like a fire alarm. It's not like it's a little pole, but it's
A
not
little
like the
pole. It's a
fire
fire
alarm.
alarm, but I've crossed out
It's an
alarm.
alarm for to make fire.
Yeah, it's the misnomer. It's literally for fire.
The little
In
sprinklers go
case
off, but it's napalm.
exactly. They just come out of the ceiling and then sort
I
of
love
start,
that.
spraying it everywhere. Okay, that sounds perfect. I think you can achieve that effect, which was getting to the button and setting it off. So
Perfect.
the seventh tower goes up in flames. Maybe not immediately, but pretty quickly. You hear shouts of concern and sort of pain from the inside, as well as you hear more distant shouting from the squads that were outside, as they seem to have broken out into a run to make it to your position more quickly now that things are escalating, as Foxfire loves to do. And
We're destructive. What can we say?
Team moi?
We really
Did-
put the fox in Foxfire.
did yeah, y'all really hammer home the fox thing. I think you need to work on the fire aspect of this group. Okay. Did Echo
Yeah.
know about the fire system that was in place? Did anyone know about this before today?
I think Sylph knew. Sylph probably like offhandedly mentioned it to Echo, like, "Oh, Echo, like if we ever need to get out of here, you better be careful about burning yourself or something." Like, not saying there's a button
Yeah.
at the top of the
The
tower.
fires start under each of our beds to like really make sure all of the incriminating evidence is gone first.
AKA the people.
Yeah. But they probably saw me like installing incendiary devices under their beds, and I'm like, don't worry about it. It's for your benefit.
I don't know if that makes a ton of sense, but okay. So
Or
I was thinking maybe it worked its way down the
I was
tower
thinking that
just
too.
fairly quickly. Um, and so you hear the shouts. Maybe you recognize. Does it give an alarm? Does it give a nice little fire alarm like ring? Do you think?
Yes, but it's in code. Like, remember how like in schools there would be like hidden messages on the things, like if there's an active shooter or something. Well,
Oh,
this one's
no.
like, everyone, please make your way to the cafeteria. We're having like it's some benign message that's like they shouldn't be alarmed at all.
Ice cream sandwiches today.
Yeah,
Please make
yeah.
your way
Uh,
calmly to the top of the tower where you'll be.
Ignore any smokes. It is just a cook. We're cooking
a
something. It's a
routine
barbecue.
test.
A barbecue at the top of the tower. Please make your way in an orderly line.
Okay, perfect. You hear this message echo and you're like, oh shit. And realize that you need to get out of here immediately.
Hi.
You're in you're in danger, to put it mildly.
I'm in
I
danger.
I think you're in danger from we're gonna say 3 people that are
Yeah.
on the level with you, though they seem to
Yeah.
be slightly distracted now. You're also maybe slightly more pressingly in danger from the fire that will be willingly and indiscriminately burn you to a crisp should
I
you
like
not
to
make it out in time.
imagine Sylph and Echo like standing outside of Duchess's crazy person door where she's recording this message. We're just like, what the fuck is going on?
And I'm like, so the day has come.
Yeah, you remember it clearly.
I'm like,
Yeah,
today is that day.
it all
Got
makes
it.
sense now.
It all makes sense now. So fire is not immediately in my vicinity, but I know it will be soon, is what we're basically assuming.
Yes. Also, I think I forgot, but that counts as 5 ticks on your
Woo,
clock
woo,
Oh
woo.
yeah.
because it was a crit.
Okay. I am assuming these men are gonna get to me before the fire does.
Yes, they could. Or for all you know, they could end up being distracted by the fire and move to a different. They seem to be trying to figure out what's going on for the next couple seconds. So either you could
Mhm.
try and probably sneak away and avoid them, or take them out if you think you can handle 3 of them at one time. Um, or do something else. I would say the fire and the people are pressing just in different ways.
Perfect. Got it. Okay. So hear me out. Me and the
There's a flail.
me
You spin it really fast. It creates a fire tornado. And I use it like a weapon to take out all of these people.
No, I'm not doing anything that crazy, okay?
Not yet. Okay.
Me and the Leaky Beach are ready. Leaky Beach is the name of the gondola, by the
Always ready at a moment's notice, the Leaky Beach. God, I want that on a shirt.
Leaky Beach.
And a gondola.
Yeah, well, side note, that needs to happen. The Leaky Beach and I are like always ready to go. So I'm gonna take this time to not necessarily engage the men, but I am assuming like this is my ship repairing area. So there's like doodads and things. There's probably like a big old bucket of tar, and I just want to casually like pull the plug on the tar so that it drips onto the floor and they get like entrapped in the tar, but it will also make them more flammable
Yeah.
when
It
the
will.
fire reaches.
This is horrendous. These poor people. They knew they were in for a rough night, but they had no idea what was really the creativity of their danger. That's the true experience.
I was gonna try and lure them into the tar, but I
Mm.
feel like that has blown with the siren system.
You could be your
But,
own siren and sing them into the tar.
that's what I was going to do, but I don't feel like that applies now. I think they're aware. The jig is up. I'm awake. They know
Yeah.
all that.
So if you want to try and slow these guys,
And anyone else who comes through that door, I guess, is the idea. Like they'll have
yeah,
to
through that
traverse.
area. That what action would you like to use to do that?
I was thinking either finesse or prowl. They're exact same.
Yeah, that sounds fine. I think finesse makes the most sense because it's kind of a sleight of hand to do it quietly without alerting them right away.
Mhm.
I think you'll definitely be risky. I'm gonna say limited though, because I think it is a bit of a difficult trap to set up. Tar isn't known to be fast moving
I'm gonna say it's just
without
ripping so slow.
without
Why
a
are you
little
coming in here with a
extra
logic, Sean? I don't understand.
without a little extra. I could have gotten so logicy on you, so don't even.
Can I pay a flashback and make this tar quick moving tar? No.
You can push yourself for a dice.
Okay, so you said risky limited.
Yes, risky limited.
Am I still committed to this?
You should be committed.
Logan says yes.
Mhm.
How much will this
You could
gain
just
us
make
on
it
our clock?
desperate standard.
That's
How
true.
much will it gain you? I mean, it'll gain you whatever your success
Whatever
value
I
is,
roll.
probably.
Okay. Desperate standard. I'll make a desperate by instead of sneaking, I'll shoot it open. So it just
So cool.
explodes. It's like a sticky tar bomb.
Yeah.
You like
Um,
roll it over and then you're gonna shoot it right at their feet.
Yeah, I'm gonna like kick it so it rolls toward it, and then I'll shoot it
So
right
good.
on.
Would you please check gun from your loadout? Did everyone pick a loadout?
Heavy.
Heavy.
We all
Okay.
picked it.
I
Okay,
use
good.
foresight, and she doesn't realize it until she gets up there to kick the barrel, but I've painted a target onto the back.
Sure, yeah, I love it. You've painted a target and you've strategically weakened certain sections of it to
Most
make it
items
easier
in
to
the tower
hit.
have targets painted on the back of them.
I was like, oh, like she just painting. That's where she
a paint job.
practices her logos. You
Yeah.
know, with the spray paint, she just practices tagging things. Damn it, she got here too. No place is safe. What does foresight give me a die?
Yeah.
Perfect. Thank you. Is that still finesse? We think, Sean.
Yeah, that sounds like finesse. I think now you could even make an argument for wreck.
Yes, I want to make an argument for wreck.
Okay.
Okay, desperate.
I feel like this is a
Standard.
hunt if I've ever heard of it.
That's true. Says sharpshooting.
Shh. Don't say
I think
those
I've made y'all use hunt once. Much to my chagrin.
things. Five, 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 five,
Whoa!
five, five, five.
That was a lot, but unfortunately not fully successful. Okay, well, not without consequence. So
That's fine.
you do succeed. You see this your little tar pot, cask, whatever you want to call it, and you notice one of the legs that normally holds it up has also been like whittled away a little bit, like a beaver or something almost has gnawed on it. It's got a little whittling with another little tiny sort of X in there. That yeah, and yep, 2 successes, perfect. Okay, and so you kick out that one leg that's been weakened real fast. It perfectly sets up the barrels to start rolling over to where they are. The 3 sort of agents look over at you and shout and say, "Stop! Don't move if you want to live!" Before they realize there's a barrel coming at them, and they're a little confused for a second. Then they hear a shot from you, and they're whip out their guns, their pistols, and as you shoot the barrel, it explodes into splinters, but all 3 of them take shots at you, and I would like you to take that was desperate, right? Level
Yeah.
4 harm. Shot in the chest.
Shot in the chest. All right. Well, many things. First of all, it counts as level 3 harm because of this
So
old.
you're not dead, you just need help.
I'm not dead. Though level 4 is still fatal. Just kidding.
Hey, good thing we brought that back up.
I would like to resist this consequence, Sean.
Okay, yeah,
You-
that's fine.
What
Do
is
you
the
wanna
harm that
resist it?
happens to me?
can
I get
also
shot.
resist it for you.
Say that again, Logan.
So
You can
do
bodyguard.
Yeah, I mean, I can mastermind from like however far away. Um, What would you be rolling?
I would
How many
like
dice?
to
Maybe physical resistance.
Yeah,
yeah, like
prowess.
prowess,
Mhm.
which
How
is
many is that
4.
for you? Just 4?
4.
Okay, I have just
Just
5.
4.
Just 4.
Just 4? I didn't hear you with Logan because Abby was talking at the same time. What'd you
I think mine would be 5, but
say? Ooh.
matter. You can do it if you want.
You know
trust
what?
yourself.
I feel like I'll be okay. I believe in me. I believe in me.
I believe in me. The power of me. Good.
I believe.
Good. I'm
I want
proud
you
of
to
you.
save it for your escaping from the top of the tower, or whatever else comes up. Okay, so I will roll. I think prowess just like I throw myself down immediately after I shoot. Like I'm not like
Okay.
da 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 da
Yeah.
stay. I just like
Mhm.
shoot and I hit the deck. Um,
Sounds appropriate.
okay,
Nice. 6.
nice.
Okay. So no stress, and it moves down to level 3 harm, which only counts as level 2 for you.
Uh-huh.
That's great. So you
And
hit the.
I like to check armor.
Oh, okay. Yeah, and check armor. Perfect. So you hit the deck, and it. Sorry. You hit the deck, and the shots ring out, but one instead it only clips part of your. I think like maybe your shoulder. But your armor is, of course, well reinforced, and it blocks most of the damage. Um, yes, perfect. Cool.
Sweet. And then I book to the Leaky Beach, and
It is it level 2 harm, but then it just counts as
it is level 2,
less
so I'll
effect.
remember to heal it more. I just put it there so I remember the
Yep.
less effect.
Oh yeah, you have permanent less effect now. Interesting. Very interesting. Okay. Boop boop boop. Yeah, I think that'll get you time to get where you want to go next. And you said that was the gondola?
Yes, and like
Okay.
be like pushing off to like
Okay. So
be
you're
out.
basically kind of getting ready to potentially leave in the gondola. More or less. We'll put you in stasis there and hop right back over to our other lovely ladies who are at the top of a flaming tower.
Mm-hmm.
That's how I like all of my towers.
I'm gonna mark my light climbing gear, and I'll like pull out a grappling hook and like a zipline deal. I don't know, like a zipline gun,
Mhm.
like zipline gun to a nearby tower.
Zipline gun. A nearby tower. Yes. Okay. Sure. So you don't want to meet up with Echo?
We'll find Echo.
Maybe
I mean,
we
we
have a
don't know where
rendezvous
Echo.
point.
Yeah,
If
we
lost,
probably do.
if lost, go to this spot.
Okay, sure. I think a zip gun is pretty fancy. You might not have access to that unless you acquired that equipment. But if you grappling hook, yes, that would be part and parcel of a
That's fine. A grappling
climbing
hook is
gear.
fine.
Yeah. So if you want to, so basically you're trying to get
To a nearby
down
building.
and away, yeah, to a
Yeah.
nearby building. Yeah, that's fine. So you'll need to make a roll for that.
Yeah, I
of
was
course.
thinking finesse.
Yeah, that definitely sounds like a finesse.
Okay.
Um, sorry. Y'all got a crit,
Yeah.
didn't you? But that. Okay. Do I think you're still desperate? Maybe? Sure, why not? What's the fun if you're not desperate these days? So, I'm gonna say you're desperate standard
Okay.
to get over to the nearest building, and to be able to do it in such a way that also Duchess will be able to follow you
Yep.
if
Perfect.
she wants to follow, and that will be finesse.
I'll take Daredevil, of course, because why not? Where's the fun if I don't? 6.
6, perfect. Okay, so you are able to quickly get out your gear, swing around that grappling hook, throw it. You've practiced a couple times probably. You're used to having a quick escape route ready. There's like a tall, maybe chimney on a nearby building that you can get it around pretty easily. And you use that as sort of a zip line to get down and lower and onto some of the buildings nearby. Uh, both of you can get down there pretty easy, but you also are clearly visible to literally everyone as you go through the air. So you've escaped sort of our black ops in the tower and the fieriness. Yes, Logan?
I would like to arcane speech. Ooh,
Ooh la la.
this could be fun. How do we feel about one? I could just like dust so they can't see where we're going. Or two, I could you get to the bottom of the zip line, cut it. I take the rope, go to the bottom of the tower, which is made out of stone. Arcane speech, bring the tower down.
That sounds pretty fun. I like option 2, but
Uh,
I'm not in the tower, or I'm about to
yeah.
be out of the tower.
I will say you've got most of the tower stuff handled.
Okay.
Like the groups in the tower and the tower's on fire. Like I think that's pretty well handled. There are those troops of people of blue coats and soldiers that were converging that will still be in your way. And I think as you are like looking out and around, you can see that there are also blockades and boats that have been mustered too. So there's more to getting away than just dealing with the tower, is my advice.
Okay. I'll still arcane speech, sort of like there's like it's smoky, so I'm just gonna like turn the because it has to be like earth related. So like dust, like some of the tower stone becomes dust and like just goes out from the sides, not all the way to the ground, but like so that way we can get to a building without them seeing exactly where we went.
Yeah, yeah, I think that's fair. I think that's pretty easy too, so I won't make you pay a stress since it's a
Okay,
pretty basic
perfect.
basic
Before I
idea.
go down though, I would like to I don't know, maybe they got close to us. I imagine they're coming up the stairs, like all the way up. So I wanna like skirmish the guy in front as he gets to the top and like knock him down and like knock them down the stairs a little bit to give us more time.
Like domino down the stairs.
Yeah, not all the way, just like give us time to get there and then like cut the ropes so they can't follow us.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. I think skirmish. I mean, have you already? I think it's pretty dusty where you are. Like you've made dust everywhere, right?
Yeah.
That might make things harder for you, but I mean also for them. But if you want to do that, probably,
I'll just get down
probably.
then. It doesn't matter.
Okay, yeah. I
I
was
go
gonna say,
down the
okay.
zip line.
Sure. You go down the zip line. There's dust obscuring everything, and I think Echo. You can see, of course, that suddenly it's almost like parts of the tower like disintegrate. You can see it sort of like fading away. Bits of the stone, not enough to destabilize the building, but definitely you can see it's suddenly like been aged and worn away in a strange way. Um, and that also gives you plenty of cover too, if you would like to go somewhere. I
I
think
would.
that will put y'all in a more just risky position. Um, so you'll be in better positioning, but you do still have basically a manhunt after you, and they've deployed a lot of forces. So you'll still have to avoid some new threats, but let's take a quick 10-minute break and we'll see how they finish this up. See you
Cool.
in a bit. Alrighty, we're back at it. Thank you so much. And we are in the middle of escaping the authorities, which is everyone's favorite activity. A sort of cloud of dust has been spread out around the tower in order to mask your movements, but you do still need to make it a little bit further, probably before you're fully out of the grasp of the bluecoats. So, I believe, Echo, what would you like to do? You're still technically at the tower. The other two have at least made it outside of the range of the tower.
I want to get out of this tower.
How would you like to get out of this tower?
I want a prowl gondola. I'm
I want a gondola prowl.
I'm like the orcs trying to invade Osgiliath. You know that?
Oh, yeah. There's a reference. You know that one, Logan? Does that ring a bell?
I was just thinking that.
Good old Osgiliath. Okay. Well, with
that
that
music is
mental
playing in the
image,
background.
yeah. Or something like that. It's very, very dark. Okay. So,
Dun,
let's see.
dun,
With
dun.
Prowl, that's fine. You're gonna be risky standard
Nice.
to get out of the range of kind of the nearest issues.
I want to push myself.
Okay.
Risky standard pushing. And I just, me and the leaky bitch, scoot on out of there under the cover
Yes.
of Dustfall.
Dust and dark. Dustfall and Doskvol.
Yes.
Wow, 6. Okay.
The gods have
So.
smiled upon my Lord of the Rings reference.
They have. Okay, you are able to get out into the waterways relatively unnoticed for now. Definitely the tower is a bust. It's up in flames. Now there's dust everywhere, which has probably choked out a bit of the flames. They're not really progressing as far down, at least. But there are still a couple more barriers in your way. I think on the waterways, Echo, you realize that you're kind of making your way out and around, and you notice that there are people on foot, just like in the just on the streets. And of course, it's not like the canals are that far from the streets, so you could be easily noticed by someone there, or there's even their own sort of boats and ships prowling the waterways. But for the moment, you are still unseen.
Voice.
Let's jump to my other two, though, real quick. And you guys are on a rooftop. You're kind of shrouded in a light smoke. You're pretty sure no one can see your exact movements right away. But you notice that there's a couple of large barricades put up around the main streets getting out, as well as there are the patrols going towards the tower. But with the smoke and everything, one of the commanders has actually asked for everyone to fan out to try and cover a larger area. You also notice there seem to be a couple figures on the different rooftops with long rifles.
Can I survey the situation and see if there's anywhere that we could sort of like slip just sort of out of the situation, like down our building and then like maybe across the street or something where they fanned out, and so we'll go right behind them as they're fanning out.
Yeah, I think you could definitely survey. It will be limited, I think, because you've got the smoke. You set up your own little visual defense, so it's going to be harder for you to find what you're looking for, but you're just risky limited.
I will push myself. I'll like we're on the roof. I'll find the roof access, go down a floor, and like at the window, like look out onto the street. So I'm out of the cover, but I'm out of the dust, but that means they could also see me.
Okay. Pushing yourself just gives you an extra die. Does not change
I meant
your
trade position for
trade
effect.
position for effect. Okay.
I will
That's what I thought you were getting
never
at.
push myself. I will only ever trade position.
I would like to assist you, so I'll get in that
Oh.
window and peek out with you too.
Two little
You know what
heads
they
peeking
say,
out.
4 eyes is better than 2 eyes in a gondola.
4 eyes
Four
is better
eyes
than
is
2
better
eyes and a
than a
demon.
leaky beach.
Echo spits over the side.
She feels
like-
the pirate instinct of someone insulting her beautiful vessel.
I know. She's like, absolutely.
Curse on their soul for
Yeah.
disparaging her name.
And
Okay.
I flashback to when I put a little hole in the bottom of the boat, so it just takes on
And
a
a
little
little
bit of
X.
water as it goes.
Okay. So roll desperate standard.
And you're
I'm giving you an extra
assisting me?
die. Yeah.
Okay. Perfect. Desperate. Standard. Extra die. Oh no.
Ooh, okay. So, let's see. You are able to spot a let's see. Yeah. So you're able to spot an area to slip through where you can see there's no foot soldiers anymore, basically. And you think you can you're pretty sure this alleyway, if you remember correctly, like bypasses one of the barricades and quickly leads to an underground tunnel that y'all have used before, and you can take it to the rendezvous point that you're supposed to always meet up at. As the two of you make a mad dash through the smoke, I think you hear a couple of shouts from the ground as you hear someone be like, "There's shadows moving towards the east," and then up on the rooftop, you hear maybe 2 gunshots. Yes.
I'd like to assist.
Okay. Well, your consequence was going to be level 3 harm for the two of you.
Both of us?
Yeah.
No.
If you assist, you're part of the consequences.
No.
As 2 sharpshooters take aim.
That's fine. I'll resist
They
for
have
myself.
They have level 4 hunt. Okay,
You can't
unlike
just shoot us
guys.
all, Sean.
I'll shoot as many of you as I want.
You know, he gave me level 4 harm, so.
Yeah. It's because they put up a smoke screen, and they actually don't want to necessarily kill y'all right away. They want justice.
I will.
Perfect.
Oh, you're resisting? Okay,
Yep.
perfect. I'll resist
And I
as
checked
well.
armor. Level 1 harm.
Do I only get this when I resist for someone else? I do. I don't like that. I'm fine with that. Guess what I have, guys? I
Nice!
Oh,
The best ability.
it's so
That is
necessary
really
when
quite good.
Sean pulls out the guns.
I should have given you level 4, but I thought it'd be nice. Okay. That is fine. So, I think the two of you make it over to the tunnel, maybe just grazed, basically, by the shots. But still not looking perfectly great. And then, Echo, you need to get to a point where you think you can shake them and then also meet up at the rendezvous.
Yeah.
You are currently in your gondola, laying low, I think hugging maybe one of the sides of the canal that you think will be on the opposite of most of them, but you know it's only a matter of time before someone finds you. They have eyes in the sky, in the water, on the streets.
On the streets. On the streets. Where you live.
Gondola's a double agent.
Yeah. So, can I see who it is? Like, Blue Coats, Imperial Guard, Spirit Wardens. Like, can I tell who?
It's pretty much a mix. For the most part, it
Okay.
is blue coats. The majority of the people on the ground are blue coats. You see a couple. You really don't have a great view. You're pretty sure there's a couple of
Okay.
Imperial guards mixed in, and there's usually there've been a couple of spirit wardens about too.
Okay. Hmm. I mean, I'm assuming I know these canals like the back of my hand, man.
Probably do.
And I'm assuming that during the time that we've been under martial law, I've been slipping in and out still in disguise. Not as myself as Foxfire, but
Maybe.
as a totally different person. No one can recognize. Infallible.
But it bears a strange resemblance to people you know.
Yes, yes. It's Duchess. I just go in disguise as Duchess. I'm wearing Duchess's dress.
You saved it from the flames.
I saved it from the flames. So I guess I get the thing. I feel like I'm just gonna head. I have no way of knowing what's like who's where, so I'm just gonna keep on keeping on to the destination until I
Yeah,
encounter
that's
something.
fine. So what do you wanna roll to get there?
I guess still prowl.
Okay.
Um, and then if it does, if it works, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't. Um,
Yeah,
but I
that's
think
usually how it
I'm.
works. Okay, so prowl. That would be risky standard. We'll say.
Cool. Yeah. I feel like I'm just kind of like listening for where people are since the dust is maybe obscuring things. Risky standard. I'll push myself again because I want to get traumatized again. Let's do it and go.
Nice.
Wow.
Perfect. Okay. Yeah, you know those canals like the back of your hand. You even know some maybe like secret tunnels, like almost like old maybe sewer routes or something that are normally blocked off, but you've loosened the grates and the stones so that you can slip through with your gondola. Just enough. It's like you're
I
lying
just
basically
lay down in
on
the
your back.
gondola
Yeah,
and I
yeah.
push
As the water
myself
kind of
through this grate.
slowly, yeah, you're slowly getting your way through. But you take a couple of those on top of the regular routes. It almost looks like someone's about to see you every now and then, but you always just barely are able to slip by. And eventually, you all escape and meet up at your rendezvous point. Where do you think that is?
Probably underground.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah,
Underground.
underground
What
canal.
district do you think?
It's just down the block in 8th Tower.
It's probably not far enough. I would say you'd
We
need to be
meet
in a
in the
different
ghost
district.
field.
It's probably maybe under Charter Hall or something, like something central would make sense.
Okay, yeah, sure. So you all meet in an underground area of Charter Hall. This is a rendezvous point that you've set up before. There's maybe a special marking um, on on the side to help y'all know you're in the right spot.
That's
Um,
just his spray paint.
yeah, Duchess's spray paint, and it's got like a hidden sort of door basically that leads to it. Okay, that concludes that score, so to speak. We won't
Speaking
do
of
regular
your safe place, I don't know if we need somewhere permanent to set up.
Probably.
safe.
But I don't want to continue the score. I was just going to suggest to the group, well, when we reach this destination, that I know a great condo that we could take up residence in for a little bit.
Oh yeah, true.
Oh yeah.
You don't know. It could have been already rented out to someone, maybe, but yeah,
Inside of a
already
hidden,
shifted owners.
it says that we can like just relocate our whole base.
Yeah,
It's just 2 downtime and it'll be 3 coin for us.
Cool.
yeah. 3 coin. Yeah. You don't. If you don't want to do that right away, that's fine. I think you'll be able to do missions without a base. Um, it might affect some downtime and planning stuff. Well, I think you won't have any access to like base upgrades,
Yeah.
which might include like training
Mhm.
and stuff. But it's not hard to set up, so you might as well just do it right away. Okay, yeah. So that concludes that heist, so to speak. But I don't think there will be payout and everything like normal,
Yeah.
and we won't. So say there's no heat and um, no entanglements or anything because it wasn't your usual heist.
Do we get downtime?
But you do get
Okay.
downtime since you spent stress for everything, and
Oh, Echo and I wanted to flash back to when we sacrificed Mia at the mirror so that we could bring the mirror with us.
Sylph and you, yes.
Oh no, this was Echo.
Oh, this was I don't know.
oh,
We did talk about this.
What?
It was just us.
Yeah.
you can try, or I was gonna say I think Temperance probably lets you know that he's protected the mirror.
Oh, okay.
Oh. Boo, you got
Well, then
us.
we'll
You're
let him
good.
do
You're
it.
fine. You keep all your fam. Just keep them.
I mean, it's pretty important for him to make sure the mirror isn't found. So yeah, he's I think got that under control. But you are in downtime. So would someone like to set up a new hidden layer?
Nice. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
I'll
where would
spend-
you like to put it?
I'll spend 2 downtime.
Well, Logan, let me tell you, I have this sweet upgrade now, so I'll spend one of mine.
We're just slowly becoming the same character as we all
You
think
are.
is the best.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, there's definitely certain upgrades that are much better than others.
Yep. Okay, perfect. You spend one, I'll spend one,
Yep.
and then everyone pay a coin.
Yep. Or we might have enough in the crew
The
actually.
stash.
Yeah. Yeah, we do because we have vaults now. So let's
Woo.
spend out of there.
Our vaults are not on the lair; they're somewhere else.
I would say in fiction, the vault is probably actually in your lair, but I'm sure it is also very well hidden. So you're able to find it. You're able to return to it at a later date, in the rubble, later maybe in the night, and
It's like below
secure it.
the dock. You know.
Yeah, it's like in an extra special area below
It's
the
just
dock.
a bag on a rope that we lower into the canal.
Into the water, yeah,
And we
weighted.
just bring it back up.
You just weight the safe. It's still a metal safe, but it's on a really nice pulley and winch system. Sometimes the money gets a little wet, but it's fine.
It's fine.
Okay, yeah, that sounds good. So you can relocate all of that, and yeah, then you can spend any other downtimes like normal.
Cool.
Where are we
If people need
relocating to?
to- Oh, you need true.
Ooh, where are we relocating?
Because
to?
we could go to
use
that
this
condo.
place.
And what do we call it?
What's a fun place?
What's a fun place?
Silk Shore is fun.
And
know.
our drug den is there, which we should use now, by the way.
Yeah. Oh, let's use that now. You can roll that. What? Ooh, I know a nice house on the outskirts of Barrowcleft that is down one grandma.
We could live there. I would love to live there.
That is true.
Tier roll.
Ooh,
Okay.
they'll never suspect us living inside of what's his face's old house.
Penderton's?
Mansion,
Lord Penderton?
It
Okay.
might not have been
That
sold
would be
yet.
funny.
Everybody
be
fill up
abandoned.
their coin. And then let me know how
Here,
many you
minus
take.
2 is 4.
We don't have any heat. It's not minus it's minus heat, not minus wanted.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Great. I only have 1 coin.
I
How
have
many-
0 coin, but I have
Okay.
stash.
Okay.
I'll
So
just take 2
everybody
then.
take 2, yeah.
Perfect. We got those good drugs. Everyone's
Sweet,
Stev
real
was
sweet
sad.
luckily
drugs.
not in the tower when this all happened. He was
Yeah,
on
Stev
Everyone
was on
vacation.
who
break.
lost loved ones at night market needs to go buy
Console
some
themselves.
feel-good drugs at our drug den.
Yeah. Well, also the sirens used to be dealers, so a lot of people are out of their regular dealers. So maybe
Oh.
they relocated to a
Loving
new
them
place.
up had 0 negatives, guys.
There was no downside.
Not one that I can think of.
Okay, so
Downtime.
downtime. Yes,
I'm
Downtime.
gonna indulge my vice.
go for it.
Ugh, that was bad.
How much stress did you need to clear?
6?
Where did that come from?
I started stressed.
Oh, okay. It's like I didn't think you got that
Yeah.
much.
She's like, I started out stressed. That's why.
But I have to get to up to at least 6 because I don't want to overindulge.
Yeah, overindulging would be pretty bad.
Yeah.
I think right now, because
Um,
like I said, I did put you on a time limit of about 7 days, and this will take 1 day, so you'll have 6 left before the Salind family makes their moves.
so I know this. I know that there's this
Yeah,
secret
you know
like
that,
auction
technically.
display
I don't know if
going on.
you've shared that or not, but
Well, I'm glad we can take all the time in the world. Unless does anyone have anything pressing at our monthly
We all
meeting?
just have like a sleepover in one room together. We're like passing the eel's
ladies'
breath around.
night.
Ladies night whiskey. Um,
And Princess comes out of a
Whiskey.
mirror in the bathroom. Like, give them a shot.
Temperance,
Toss
yeah.
some in.
Temperance's hand just comes out of the earth. they request some.
So
Does
some
anyone
aid.
else need to do downtime? Like,
I mean, yeah, I have 2
stress?
downtimes then. I don't need to do stress. Um, do we need to do any research on your family to like find anything on them?
Yes. I feel like I found out information, but I think it was just to get me to knowing about this big reveal, but I don't know any way of like we have to get invited or we have to like
Mm-hmm.
go here. So I'm assuming somehow I get my hands on like an invite or like it's not an actual invitation, some sort of letter that mentions it, and so I like show it to you guys and I
Do we want to
explain
do
like
it before the last day?
I would say so. The this exhibition, more or less, whatever this thing that you've heard of, it's not going to be like a big. It's going to be very select. It's quite hush hush. You've just barely like heard inklings that it might happen, and you know something's gonna big like it's gonna have like some of the most important people to show it off to. Um, you would probably you'll need to do something to secure the information to even know where this is happening, when it's happening. You know how to have more of an idea. Like you don't even have any idea where it's gonna be. You don't think it's gonna be at the manor.
Can
Like
we do a long-term project, like a little clock to get some information? I
yeah,
like
I think
to
you could do a long-term project, or you could probably do a heist. That's up to you.
a heist to learn the information.
Yeah, you could like steal the information. You could kidnap someone, blah blah, so on and so
we
forth.
kidnap someone, I go as them.
We just
I say
kidnap some rando and then
I kidnap one of the people that's
You
invited
could
and then
kidnap
I
someone
pretend to be
important
them.
who knows something. uh, but you also have Lord Scarlock, who is a threat within the near future, and you have
ugh.
Grace
Great.
somewhere. So if you leave them to their own devices, they will probably strike at the worst time
I want to
possible.
start a long-term clock to figure out not who Grace is, but like where Grace goes, so we could ambush Grace.
Yeah, that's good.
Okay, that sounds cool. Sure. Um, I think that will be a probably an 8 o'clock. Okay. Find Grace.
Okay, I will check Mastermind. Oh wait, no. Okay, I will. You said 8 o'clock. Find Grace. That sounds so much more Like holy.
Holy than what it
It
is.
Benign.
actually
Find
is.
grace. Find enlightenment.
Yep. Okay. I'll just spend both of my downtime working on that. Can I do a consort and then maybe like a survey?
You could maybe, I think a consort makes sense. Because you could try and like consort with sort of the underworld connections to see what
Yeah.
they know. I think survey is going to be really probably be like zero effect because they're not someone you can just like. If people found them just by looking, they would not be
I was
nearly
gonna
as
do like a
mysterious as
I
they are.
consort to find like, oh, people think that like they've been seen in these places, and then I go and like scope out these places, not like just
Mm,
blindly looking for them.
okay, well, sure. Let's. That consort is probably also going to be challenging, but I guess there's no position and effect for long-term projects. I don't think. I always forget.
Oh, I don't think there is. You're right.
I don't think there is either. That's fine. So yeah, just roll consort.
Perfect. I'm gonna push myself with mastermind. So I
Okay.
check my special armor and I get an extra die. Ugh. Or
So 2 segments.
and then maybe I'll
You try to talk to
study. Yeah.
people, and they're very reticent about getting
Our long-term
reticent.
projects, how long are they?
What do you mean?
Like, how
How much
8
time do they
o'clock
take?
or 6
They're
o'clock?
usually
Oh, you
on
just you
average
yeah.
an 8 o'clock.
Okay.
Yeah. Um, maybe I'll study less of like trying to find out where she is, but more of like what is she like? Does anyone have any rumors? Like any books? Like is she something that's happened before? Like a weakness? Just anything.
Sure.
And like you
Um,
don't even have to give me that information. I just am checking the clock so that we can do a score against her.
yeah. Okay. Sure. That's fine. What you're rolling consort again?
Study.
Oh, study. Oh, yeah. Sure. That sounds great.
6.
Okay.
Is
Cool.
that
So
3?
3. I was gonna say, yeah, long-term projects, as far as how long it's actually gonna take, I mean, that just totally depends. So, I think could argue that you stay up most of the night trying to do this, um, and you're doing sort of a rush job, which is maybe part of why the consort doesn't go so well. But studying, I've always been a quick reader. Okay. Any other downtimes? Anyone gonna recover?
Oh shit.
Oh yeah.
I'll spend a coin and recover.
Okay.
Me too as well. Except I won't spend a coin, but I'll spend a downtime activity.
Step would love to heal your physical wounds. I should have given you emotional wounds.
They shot us with a rude message. Like the kick me sign, it just gets stuck to our back.
It's a plunger. Yeah, it was actually a plunger with a little flag that said, "We suck."
Yeah.
What
I'll
do we-
never
Arson
recover.
isn't cool, kids.
What do we roll to heal? I've never done this.
Tier +1.
Yes, you
Yeah,
have. You were
but I
traumatized by a
don't
goat
remember.
Wait, so
a
4?
long time ago.
Yeah, 4.
Okay. Stev. Stevie
Yeah,
Stev.
Stev,
It's only
not doing
2.
so hot.
Echo gets healed though.
How
Echo's got
much does
special
that heal?
regenerative
3.
powers.
3?
So you're good.
Perfect. All right, I'm
What's
back.
that?
I'm down to 1 for real now. I'll use another
coin.
downtime activity.
Yeah. I hate you, Steph.
Hey, you filled it.
It only cost me 2 coin. Thank you, Steph.
There we go. That drug den came in handy.
Nice.
Are you gonna
Alright.
heal, Abby?
No, I'm not. But my last downtime, I want to do a long-term project to help Rain restore the sirens.
Oh, okay. Sure.
And the
Did
goal
you
of
buy her
that
a
is not
pillow?
to really restore the sirens, but to restore her faith in me.
Buy a pillow,
Okay.
draw a smiley face on it, be like, you can barely tell the difference.
You're the worst. Okay. So, yeah, I think that to actually restore the sirens would be pretty tough. But if you want to just work on your relationship with Rain,
Yeah.
that's fine. We'll make that another 8 o'clock.
Okay.
Do whatever you'd like to work on that.
Did
Make
you
it
do this
rain.
just so you could name it that?
Nice.
No, but I liked it. So I imagine she said she needed like time off or whatever, but she's probably had the
Yes.
week that she wanted. Like she wanted some time off.
Yeah, she's had some time to regroup. I mean, I think she's maybe tentatively made contact with you, or
Mhm.
maybe you've talked to her a little bit, but she's like really busy, of course, trying to scrape together her gang and her contacts from nothing, more or less. So yeah, so she's hasn't had a lot of time even that
Okay.
the week has passed.
Is there what are they up to? Really?
I think they've established a temporary base in one of their other locations,
Mhm.
and that's kind of what they're using at the moment, at least for their illegal activities. But they were also meant to be a bar, so I think she's looking into finding another place to turn into a sort of bar club again. And also, she's of course been trying to do investigations into whatever happened.
Okay. Is
So
there
it's been slow going on both ends because she's kind of got her attention divided and she doesn't trust anyone else to do the investigation.
yeah. Does
She
she have
really
any
only trusts Amaris to help with the um, with setting up a new location.
suspects like or enemies?
Any suspects? I mean, the sirens have enemies, I'm sure, but none that they would have thought would do this, and they probably had their eye on them anyways. So it's
Mhm.
like to get absolutely no notice is pretty strange. Their Rain's been like trying to draw connections between stuff, but she's just picking up a lot of blanks.
Okay.
Um,
Here's what's
Nothing's happening.
okay. I think that Sylph will try to like fit the void that the voice filled in
Mhm.
terms of skills.
Like, nothing says romantic relationship quite like being their mom figure.
No, exactly. And
Yeah,
I
that's
think I would like to use a tune to maybe like I don't know if I can like ward their like current setup base or just like scan it every now and then to make sure that like nothing's going on. Like make sure it's protected and nothing unseen is happening.
yeah. I think you can do that.
Okay.
Um, yeah, I think you can set up sort of like basic defenses, kind of. Um, Not really anything strong, but like sort of just a simple alarm system, maybe if
Yeah.
certain people cross the threshold, more or less. It's probably just connected to like you, Rain, and Amaris
Okay.
at most.
So that's a tune, and you said
Yeah.
it's just a fortune roll for this.
Yes. Technically, it's an action roll, which I feel like I've looked this up a million times. So we're just doing them as fortune rolls, though.
Whoa! Whoa! Whoa!
Okay, cool. So you set that up very successfully, are able to attune with the area and spend some time with Rain and kind of help her out a bit, comfort her, and maybe give her just some leads on maybe like places to reset up their situation, but probably don't try to do too much with the whole explosion thing right at the moment. So, Logan and
Sarah goes first.
Oh,
I have one
yay.
too.
I would like to buy a vowel. I would like to buy another downtime activity.
sure.
And I want it to be messing with Skurlock.
With sorry,
Uh,
what was it with Scarlock?
messing, like throwing him off the scent kind
Oh,
of a thing.
messing with him. Okay.
Messing with him, Sean. Remind me again what's happening with the old gods and him. He and Abby's curse. Sylph's
So
curse.
Abby tried to sever his connection completely, but it didn't work. It was only
Yes.
temporary,
Yes.
and it connected Sylph to the old gods instead, which is why she had the strange effects that I kept forgetting about and never even really implemented. But that is done and gone. So Skurlock is
Okay.
connected back to the old gods that he was originally connected with, and he is using them to try and find y'all.
Okay. What I want to use this ability because I haven't used it yet, and I feel like this would be a good time. Um, so whatever he sends, I know we said it was like hellhounds and plants before because of those two gods, but if it's like new, if it's new things, I want to like try and persuade them or like since I've never used it, we haven't really defined what potency communicating with the supernatural means, but I want to like
Yeah.
sway them to either like ignore us or like not report back to Skurlock where we are.
Yeah, definitely. Potency just means that you have like increased effect or are able to do it in the first place,
Okay.
more or less.
Without being
So I
like a witchy person.
yeah. I mean, anyone could try and talk to these things.
Yeah.
Do they even understand language? I don't know.
They
So
understand pirate and that's what matters.
they do. Everyone, the pirate is a universal language, even if people don't
Truly,
realize it.
sailing under the sunless seas really gives one the ability to communicate with a vast
Okay,
and
with
diverse
anything.
amount
Yes.
of beings.
Yeah. Perfect. Okay.
Motley
Yeah.
crew, if you
I think
will.
you can do that. So,
How long
you will. Sorry.
is that? Do you think that's a clock or is that like a simple action?
I think it's an action, so it's going to be an action
Okay.
with consequences potentially, and the success level will help determine how long they ignore you, um, if they do. And so that just sounds like um, it might be, I don't know, could be sway, could be consort. Usually for sway, I think you're supposed to like offer something or have some form of leverage. I think it says.
I'm good with either of. I mean, they're equal,
You can lie
equal in my
convincingly.
power. Yeah, I think I
Yeah, or trick them or lie. Like, if you sway, like, what's your argument, so to
I would
speak?
just say that like Lord Skurlock is holding out on you, like he could be like giving you so much more, but he's just like controlling you and not he's a bad boss, man. He's like he's been the CEO for too
You
long.
guys need to unionize.
You really do need to unionize. Like, honey, how long have you been working here? They haven't given you a promotion yet? You're
don't
just
get
like,
Not very
benefits.
long. They're
you
new.
don't get benefits? You're basically a
You're
manager
on a
now. You
60-day
should get
trial employment. So
so yeah, I feel like it's like undermining Skurlock's like credibility. Is the sway
okay.
as to like why should you even listen to him in the first place? Like obviously he's terrible.
Sure. That sounds desperate standard.
Would consort make that any different? Where
No.
I'm like,
I think you'd still
okay,
be desperate
either way.
because you're trying to parlay with creatures from the great beyond. Should they
Eh,
decide they don't
yeah.
like what you're saying,
Try
they
talking to
would.
Duchess on a bad day, and that's not.
That's true.
It's all the same. Okay. I will just roll sway. Can I? You said it was desperate standard.
Yes.
Sweet. I will also push myself because it's an action.
My foresight help her
Sure.
because I still have a use of it left.
Sure.
Yeah.
That way you don't have to spend stress.
Oh, perfect. Okay. What's your
How are you
foresight?
going to foresight?
How am I going to foresight? I think I get Thalia to like help you, like give you some street
Hmm.
cred with the other ghosts.
Love it.
They're not really ghosts, but okay.
A
Supernatural world.
Yeah, some temporary
Sure.
supernatural street
Salia
cred.
comes as backup. She's your hype woman.
Yep.
Oh, even ghosts have it better than you, man. That sucks.
Okay.
I feel like I'm very cinematic today. I'm like, I feel like it's like when Howl's Moving Castle when the blobs come out of the wall. Like I feel like I go down an alley and like the blobs come out of the wall. and
Yes,
I'm
you're
just
being
like,
attacked by the blob.
perfect. You're here. Let's talk about this. Cool. No.
Ooh.
Not four.
It's a
Okay.
4. It still succeeded.
Let's see.
I would like to resist whatever you're going to say.
Well, that's thought, Sean. I'd like to resist.
I'm resisting that.
Okay. So, what is the actual consequence going to be? That's the real question. Okay, so you do succeed. So I think, yeah, you go down this alleyway, kind of letting one of the shadows follow you, and it's like a large, immaterial sort of figure. I think it doesn't. It's vaguely humanoid shaped, and it kind of like. I mean, it doesn't really walk, really, but it kind of seems to vaguely ambulate towards you, and then maybe two or three of the crows like also kind of perch on the rooftop nearby. I think you finally sort of like you've never used this power before, but you find like a strange sort of force is infusing your voice, and as you speak, you can tell that they're listening to what you say, and you're able to convince them to avoid y'all for a little while. But I think they ask for something in return. I think they ask for a piece of your soul.
Oh, too bad I don't have a soul. They took that when they experimented on me. No. They asked for a piece of my soul. Do I get
That
to
sounds
know
like
who
a
I'm
physical
talking?
wound.
Yeah, yeah.
Sounds like a physical wound.
Do a piece of my soul just to leave
Like a
me
piece
alone
of
for
the
a
bottom
little
of your
while?
foot.
Yeah, that's fine. Like a crusty bit of callus.
Yeah.
They want like a little bit of your life force. Like they want some of your essence, which would
I'm gonna
probably
need.
end up
I'm
being
a.
a wound in actuality, like a spiritual wound.
That's hard to get rid of.
That's hard to get rid of.
What if, like, the next time she heals, she doesn't get the one tick on her clock? Like, it's a little bit of her soul life force.
Yeah, I'm no longer vigorous.
Yeah, I
You're
take away one of your
sluggish.
abilities. No, I'm gonna stick with what I said. It's probably just like level 2 harm.
Okay.
Soul removed. Soul missing.
Gently.
Life force vacuumed up.
I just feel like I want more from that than like
It's just a little bit. It's just a little. The spirit man has like held out like a strange shadowy hand and is like reaching
Do I
towards you.
get a cool
And
crow out of this?
they've never said anything. No. They've never said anything, but you can tell, like you can feel in your mind the intent that you need to give it something in return, and it wants a piece of your essence.
Ugh, but I mean, I don't know how I would resist that convincingly. Sure, have this extra soul I had packed away. We just sacrificed Mia. Here, have some fried soul. It's great. Yeah, I will. Fine, sure.
You
I'll
can
give it a
resist any
piece of my soul.
consequence.
I know, but what am I gonna do? With resolve, I'm really good at bargaining, and I don't listen to a bad bargain when I hear one.
I was gonna say prowess. Your fortitude. It doesn't matter
Your
that
weird
you
body
lose a little
protects you.
piece of yourself.
My weird
Yeah,
body's like, we
you
don't
have
operate on
ether
soul power.
infused into you, which is kind of like soul.
You give them some, they give it back. They don't want it.
You don't want it.
Tastes bad. Okay, I like it narratively. I like the idea of like them having a piece of my soul and like potentially me not even noticing because I'm so mutated. I just run on different gasoline.
Exactly.
Nope.
You were the beginning of this experiment. Only
Two
I
two
stress
was.
isn't
is pretty good.
horrible.
To turn it into one harm, level 1
Yeah.
harm, which you don't even
We'll
recognize.
just let that sit there for the
Nice.
rest of the game.
Alrighty, perfect.
Cool.
Yes, Logan?
I would like to spend a coin to do a downtime activity to indulge my dark desire. And I want to
Oh, yeah.
consort at this restaurant that they were going to on the fateful night. And I want to sort of, as I'm being seated or whatever, and the waiter's like, "What can I get you?" I'm like, "I would like the reservation book from this night, please." And then I want the reservation book, and then I want to take it and like discreetly put it somewhere where Rain will find it without really any explanation, just so she can look through and see that there was actually never a reservation for them.
There was a reservation.
To get it canceled retroactively.
I love how reservations are the incriminating evidence. You didn't make a reservation.
I want to toy with her. I don't want her to figure it out eventually. She has to work for it.
Okay, yeah, that's fine. You have to roll consort, probably controlled standard.
Okay. Can I sort of make this like a long-term project of like convince Rain, or like Rain is suspicious of Sylph.
Yeah.
'Cause I want to keep working at it, and I don't want it to just like not
Right.
have anything happen.
Yeah, I mean, you can make a clock for it. It's probably an 8 clock, like
Okay.
everything else.
Okay. And you said consort?
You suggested that. It's fine by me.
You said there was actually a reservation?
Yes.
Okay.
Because
Then
I'm
I'll
pretty sure
instead
that we had.
study and fabricate a fake reservation book.
Yeah, I was gonna say either way, you can have whatever you want to try and
I can
frame.
have whatever I want.
I mean, within reason. I don't think it's hard for you to kind of find a way to try and frame her.
5.
5. Okay,
Is that
2
2?
ticks on your long-term clock. Oh, I've really made a lot of long-term clocks recently. Right after I said we were trying to put the time crunch on things.
No,
but
I'm
that's
also
okay.
paying a coin to do another downtime activity.
Whew. We're fitting a lot of downtime.
Sean, we had
in
a lot of
24
coins
hours.
in this time.
So,
I need to start putting a time limit on each downtime activity.
while I'm at New Muse doing my attune thing,
Neo Muse.
Neo Muse, I
For
think
temporary use.
maybe it comes to be like late lunchtime, and Rain comes by to check on me, and I want to see if she wants to get lunch. And theoretically, she comes to lunch, and I this is gonna be a sway. But at lunch, I want to like tell her the story of what that night was supposed to be and like all of the plans I had for that dinner. And I want to present her with this promise ring that I purchased and say like, this is what I was going to give you, but like I think it has more meaning now because I can promise that like this is never going to happen again to you, and that we're going to find the people who did this, and like go on and be very sappy.
Promise
Okay.
it'll never happen because
sure.
I won't do it.
Unless I think you cheated on me, and then I might
Then
have to kill
we'll-
you.
Then I will attempt to kill you. Okay, yeah, that's fine. Sounds
Okay,
like
great.
a sway. Or consort, really, but
No, I'm swaying. I mean, I'm lying. I'm not trying to get something out of her.
okay,
Yeah.
sure.
So I get trust in me, extra die, and I'm gonna push myself as well. And I don't have position.
Not if it's for the long term.
Okay. 2 bonus die. Feel like I had something else, but that's not good.
Ooh, not great.
But that's okay. It still counts.
Okay,
Can I
one
pay to upgrade it?
You could pay to finish it. Costs 2 coin to get it all the way to finish.
Sure.
You spent 4 stash.
So yeah, 4 stash. Okay. You go all out on this reservation. You just pay your way into her good graces.
Yeah, I think I like look at this promise ring. I'm like, this isn't good enough anymore. I go
You
get
buy
a
that
more
on the way
expensive one.
back.
Yeah, you find a nicer, more expensive one for sure. Maybe matching earrings and necklace, like a full set of jewelry. Very nice, perfectly in her style. And present this to her. And I think Rain takes it, but she does not put it on.
Okay.
She says, what does she say? She says, I know how much this means to you, and that's why I want to keep it. But with everything that's going on, I can't return my own promise to you right this moment.
You're like,
As
that's fine.
soon
I'll
as Muse is back on its feet,
He
then
sounds
I will be
unfaithful.
able
No, it's fine.
to devote myself
Like
to you.
that's
did.
fine. My love for you will be here when you're ready.
Just kill her, put her in a bottle. She can never leave you.
It's true.
We turned real Sweeney Todd.
Well, there you go. Okay, yeah, sure. So that will set that up. Um,
Now you have to
Am
go do
I allowed
downtime
to?
with Aramis.
does anyone have downtime left?
I
Mm-mm.
I
do.
have
I
all
want
the
to pay a
coin in the
coin
world,
to
all
indulge
the
my vice
stash in
now,
the world.
Sean.
Never ends. Okay, indulge your vice.
Nice.
Perfect. Beautiful.
Beautiful. Now I'm done. I'm done.
Okay, y'all are done. So, I think we will call it there for tonight. Very successful escape plan, everyone. So proud of you. Things are starting to heat up though, so you gotta stay on your toes. Who knows what's happening with Rain? It is an emotional roller coaster just all around. We'll see how that all turns out. And hopefully we'll see some exciting stuff happen with the House of Land. Maybe some Grace will show up. Who knows if the
Mommy
Blue Coats
dearest.
will interfere again. And maybe Lord Skurlock will find another way to worm his way into the situation. He's not out quite yet. We'll see you in 2 weeks then for more Foxfire. If you can't get enough of these lovely ladies and their dastardly deeds. But next week we should be back again with more Burning Wheel.
Our bi-weekly custody battle over this one child.
We have a custody battle
Yes,
over a child in
exactly.
that game, and a custody battle over a woman in this game.
A grown woman in the other one. Wow. That's great. Perfect. So yeah, we'll see. I feel like we're turning into werewolves almost as the moon sort
Yeah.
of rises and strange things happen to my and Sarah's characters' bodies.
Oh yeah, that's right.
That's the new trope for all of our systems. Is Sarah's character has a weird body.
Oh, true.
And
Yeah, we can add
probably
that to the
true.
list. Custody
She
battles
weird,
and weird bodies.
weird bodies and flails.
And fire.
Flails and fire. Yeah, I mean
Fire.
fire's long running. That's never gonna go away. Gotta keep that going. Did we set anything on fire in Tales from the Loop?
Yeah,
You have to have.
I'm sure we did because I would remember if we didn't, but I can't remember what.
I fired off a lot of Swedish fish.
You did.
Did we
It's
set
a
something on
metaphorical
fire with the purse? The crazy purse. I think we did burn the
We
stinky.
crashed a ship into the ground. That
Yeah,
started a fire.
yeah. There were definitely fires. I just don't remember them.
Yeah.
We
I'm
weren't
sure.
as intentionally pyromaniac.
We were children. We weren't hyper arsonists yet. We hadn't grown into
Yeah.
that fast.
You just had an electric spooker.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were a little more electricity focused for that.
Yes. Yeah.
Electric
Eventually
fire.
related.
Electric fire. Yeah, exactly. Okay, well, we will see you next week. Thanks so much, everyone.
Bye.
Have a great night.